Ross here. Did a little video at iCast. A lot of you guys saw it. Man, we had a lot of views on that. Appreciate that. You guys like new stuff. I think that's the end result. So we've got kind of a first look here at the Rapala Gold Miner 30. 30 because this thing will literally get down 30 feet like real deal, and actually a little more depending on the line that you're using. So a lot of the questions we had were, what's different about this bait? All this is a copy of this and that. And, Rapala really doesn't do that. They have very unique things. And you notice that there's very flat sides on it. And that's going to give it a different action. It's really a really unique bait. It's not your typical minnow bait. We've got 3 VMCs on there. I think they're number 5, if I'm not mistaken. And really one thing that we kind of want to show you is, when guys say, well, why did it take, so long to work on this thing? We made a ton of changes. And I think the thing is, having worked with spoon companies like Silver Streak before, and there's minor little changes to these things that make a huge difference. Like when we did the Rattle Streak ice fishing spoon, that thing took a couple of years as well with just so many changes. So I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but this is just the final 4 variations. If you look at the bill there, you see they got little numbers on them. And each of those things mean something different to Rapala. I didn't want to know. I didn't care. I just wanted to see which one worked the best. But those are different chambers, rattle differences, internal differences in the way that bait is going to balance. End result, it meant we caught or did not catch fish. Like version number 4 didn't catch jack. And this was about run number 3 maybe, where we just keep fine-tuning. And ultimately, we don't care what it is. We just know what catches the most under the most variety of situations. And so that's really the deal that you guys care about, right? So a lot of guys ask me about size of this thing. This is a deep number 12. It's maybe just a hair longer. The difference is in the bill. Big old coffin-style bill. You see the difference there? Huge difference. This thing definitely pulls more. In the water, reeling it in, you definitely feel it'll pull those boards back a little bit. But when you want to get deeper, how many times have you been there, especially in the spring and the fall, where you just aren't getting deep enough, or you've got extremely long leads and you're still not where you're at? So maybe you put a snap weight on and you don't start catching them. The snap weights a lot of times are kind of bite killers. It jerks that thing all around, gives it a totally different action. So especially when you want that slow rise up, that's a lot of times in the cool water, really a big deal. So we wanted a bait that was going to go deeper, but at the same point, you want something that's got some jingle, right? So in that off-colored water, or even that, clean water, dark days, bring those fish from a distance. All those things contributed to not only the need for the Gold Miner 30, but a very specific application where it's really going to excel. You've got the tail dancers, you've got the husky jerks, those kind of balance out a different situation. So just like anything else, this is another tool in the trade. I saw a lot of comments. Why do we need this? What do we do? A louder bait is good, but getting a deeper bait is even better at times. You don't have to run it deep, right? You just run a shorter lead. End result, though, is another tool. So it's just like guys said, well, what do we need another crankbait for? It's the same reason you need a wrench and a screwdriver in your tools when you're working on things. Different application, different bait. Gold Miner 30. It's going to be really late fall, realistically early winter delivery from Rapala. So I can tell you I was one of the few guys that had these and did a lot of almost all of the testing for them. So can't wait till you guys get to choose and use and do these things too. But late fall, early winter, that's when you'll be able to do it. Gold Miner 30, Rapala, bunch of colors, and then we got a chrome one in there and a clear one so you can paint them up too.